there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, hi. Oh, wait, let me set some stuff up real quick. I had to move the chat boxes around, and it just gets rid of the game volume for some reason. You know, I'm ready to continue this event. Actually, wait, before I forget, I gotta use this stuff first. Oops. I let it get to max. You know, that's my bad, so... Real quick. Boop, boop. Complete. Oh yeah, I'm still trying to summon. I'm trying to be good. You know, we're gonna start with the summon, actually. You can see how close I am. 23. And then I'm guaranteed. You know, let's do single. Wait, really? Jiangyu's part is really short? I might be able to fit that then. Like, wait, why is hers so short? That's not fair. And ah, yes, blue. Again. Because it was a rewrite? Aw. Blue. Oh no, how close am I gonna have to get to pity? Well, 21. Original event was made on canon and stricken from the record. Dang. You know, depending on how long Andoris' part is, then maybe going to Jiangyu. And yay! Ta-da! Nagant. Well, at least I got purple already. 20 more! Any guesses for when I'm gonna get her? How many more summons in? Right now. Okay. I wonder who this could be. Ta-da! Oh, you saw the gold lights in the hallway. Okay, you know I like how she punches. I respect that. Ta-da! Jiangyu get. And I'm pretty sure I already bought her outfit ahead of time, and that's why I was kind of salty that she didn't let me summon her earlier. Oh wait, wrong area, oops. I don't want to put her in my room just yet. I gotta get to know her first. Okay, there she is. And yeah, look at me being so prepared. Actually, no, I wasn't prepared. I lied. I didn't actually get it yet? Dang self. No wonder why she didn't come home so easily. Silly self. But that's for later on me. I've been buying on my phone. I don't got my card near me, so I can't buy right now. So let's see how this goes with Andoris first. Andoris, Recollection Node 1. No matter how many times the reverse simulations are done, these pivotal moments are indisputable turning points that shape the future. Ta-da! Sorry to keep you waiting, Andoris. Don't worry about it. It's very kind of you to take time out of your busy day just to help me sort through my neural data, Commander. You're welcome. It's my responsibility as your commander, after all. Today we're going through the section of records. When you first joined 404, right? Yes. A lot happened back then. Oh, interesting. I'm also keen to learn about what went down. After all, the Klukai member never struck me as someone particularly welcoming to new members. You're right about that, Commander. You seem eager to hear it too. If you're ready, shall we begin right now? Let's do this. I still wish I could have summoned Andoris. Next time. This scenario. This was just like back when I first saw an Elid. In level 2. Yes, all I saw was a virtual image back then, but even so it spooked me. It's understandable that civilian dolls would not have much opportunity to see Elids. I'll go ahead and take care of these then, Commander. Oh yes, you go, Andoris. Look at you doing the thing. See, look at Andoris right there. Or at least Andoris would be doing this if I had one. Like, I could bring a friend one, but... I love that. Ta-da! No fear, no pain. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as is, why not? Teehee. And I'm making Bielka work. Just because she put me through so much pain to summon her. I mean, because she's so amazing. All for you, Bielka. Also, Bielka has to show off her beautiful outfit. As she doesn't get a chance to even do anything. It's okay, she poses at the end. And that's the most important part. And also punishment for bullying McD, right? Being jealous. It's like, that's why McD is the one on my home screen. And go get him. Oh wait, look at Bielka doing something. Ta-da! So helpful. Okay, next fight. Oh yeah, no fear again. It's so nice how relaxing these fights are. I tee-hee-hee. I mean, oh dang, look how difficult they are. What terrifying enemies. Phew. We're making great progress. Your orders are really concise and efficient, Commander. And you're very good at carrying them out. Although, there's some lags and delays. Your executions are accurate and your information analysis are precise. And your information analysis, very precise. Both have been a great help. Commander, are you being considerate of my feelings? You are truly very kind. I'm very appreciative of your acceptance, Commander. Speaking of acceptance, sorry for putting it this way, but I never expected Klukai to eventually approve your inclusion. Indeed. I was also quite surprised. I thought I was going to be fired again. Or maybe fired is not the right word since I wasn't officially employed in the first place. What did you do to change Klukai's mind? I feel like I did a lot, but also nothing at the same time. Maybe she gave Klukai a hug, and Klukai's like, dang, you know, I kinda like those hugs. You're part of the team. What does that mean? Let's continue sorting through it, Commander. Seeing my neural records firsthand would be more helpful, I think. I'll entrust you with that. Thank you, Andoris. Andoris, can you hear me? My apologies, Commander. There was a bit of an error when I loaded it in the data. It's alright. Let's focus on the battle in hand. Even if there's an error, it'll be fine. Okay, 7 enemies, not bad. I wonder what the error is. Actually, it would have been hilarious if everyone's like the same level except for one enemy that's like super duper duper difficult for some reason. No, that would truly be an error. Like, oops. Like, I meant to make him level 9, not level 99. Slip of the finger. Okay, 9 enemies. Bonk. And then there was one. And none. You! All is well with the world. And again, no fear. So it's gonna be fun seeing this. Like the actual part of the story later on. One left? Go get him, Bielka. Great job. Andoris? Yes, Commander? I'm right here. Why so serious all of a sudden? Are you feeling tired? I have a coffee grinder here. Let me brew you a cup. No, it's not that I'm tired, but sure. I'll have a cup, thanks. What I want to say is, have you ever considered optimizing your neural cloud? Not that there's anything wrong with the way you are, but if the persistent crashing bothers you a lot, I can help you with that. Anders flashes a look of surprise before turning her focus back on what she's doing without responding right away. She sits down beside me with a gentle smile and a steaming cup of coffee ready to be served. I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me, Commander. Don't think of it that way. As I've said before, it's my responsibility as your commander. No, it's precisely with my experience under numerous employers that I've learned. People like you who deeply care about dolls are few and far between. I just want everyone here to have an easier time. What do you think of that? We are very grateful for your kindness, Commander. However, if my neural cloud is to be optimized, my storage capacity will be affected, right? If that's the case, I will no longer be able to perform my task of gathering info gathering and analysis as effectively as I do now. Moreover, with everyone's help, my marksmanship has somewhat improved. Therefore, I think it's best to maintain the status quo for now. Okay, if you feel that way. To be frank, I also think your storage capacity and data analysis are where your strengths lie. I will keep an eye out for any emerging technologies that can fix your crashing problem without compromising your current capabilities. Commander. Alright. I've heard enough compliments today. Let's keep sorting through the neural records, shall we? I'd like to know what happened next. Yes, or yeah, sure thing. Also, more coffee, please. I didn't get coffee today. Instead, I went for tea. I also got some caffeinated chocolate, which is interesting. Like, caffeinated chocolate's kind of weird. I'm like, delicious ball. Nom nom nom, give me energy. I only ate when I was good. Ooh. Flavorous. Go bunk the flavorous. Well, that was super effective. Well, that would be about it. Thanks for your help, Commander. Looks like your experience when joining 404 was quite the story. Yeah. You seem to have some concerns, Commander. It's okay, you can ask me directly. Some of these records aren't from your perspective, huh? I really can't hide anything from you, Commander. Andoris lifts up her hand and twirls her strand of hair hanging down her face with it. Some of the records are provided by Miss Leva. Of course it's her. Even when she's assigned elsewhere, Leva's still Leva. Oh? It looks like you know her very well, Commander. Indeed. She must have wanted me to better fit in with 404. I was worried that Leader Klukai only accepted me because she was fed up with all my antics. But after hearing her conversation with Mickey, I feel like I have a better understanding of her now. She really is compassionate at her core, with a soft heart under her sharp tongue. I've got to pick myself up quickly so that I can ease her worries. I'm also truly indebted to Leva both for her recommendation and everything she did afterwards. It was also Miss Leva who recognized what I was looking for at first glance. What you're looking for is a place to belong to, right? Yes, Commander. What I saw was not merely a place that tolerates my existence, but one that truly needs me, needs my presence. In 404, everyone is willing to accept my flaws, but I also have what it takes to protect my companions in return. I understand that. Feeling needed and recognized is essential to everyone. Right. After that, I came to the Elmo following 404 and met you, Commander. It's here that I learned the true meaning of belonging. Although 404 still operates independently, everyone has come to regard Elmo as their home. And Commander, you're also part of the family. Many dolls have found their belongings under you. And I wish to be one of them. Of course you can. Just let me summon you. I realize that whenever you're around, I feel reassured and comforted, Commander. Even my crashing frequency has decreased. In order to express my gratitude, feel free to call upon me whenever you need assistance, Commander. To me, the sense of truly belonging can only be achieved by helping and supporting each other. So why didn't you let me summon you? Did I have to do this first and then you would accept me? Okay, when she has a rerun, if I summon her first thing, gosh darn it. In that case, it really would be because I didn't do this part yet. Like, Andoris, you said. Give me a hug, please. And now we're here. Hidden invitation. (416) and GRG11 push open the door as they walk into the cafe. After finding their seat, a waitress stall approaches them. Welcome. My name is Andoris, and I'm here to serve you today. Is there anything I can help you with? The attentive Andoris does not hand them the menu, nor does she show any signs of concern or impatience. She merely smiled and waits for 416 and GRG11's response. Perhaps, eased by Andoris' gentle demeanor, 416 briefly loosens up after having glared at Andoris with her usual wariness. Your manager. Is Springfield here? Manager Springfield is unavailable at the moment. She'll be back in a little bit. If it's okay with you, you can wait for her here, or you can leave her a message. Sure. We'll wait for her here. Alright. I'll head back to work then. Please let me know if you need anything. After Andoris has left, 416 double-checks the details of the commission. We're ahead of schedule. They still have an hour before the agreed delivery time. Isn't that a good thing? That means we completed the last commission faster than expected. Stop dragging me out of bed so early in the morning next time, 416. And you need to stop treating one-offs as a norm. Whatever you say. You're always on edge like this, 416. GRG11 murmurs as she stretches lazily before she flops onto the table, contently letting her eyelids slowly close shut. Since you have plenty of time, I'll just... Even when those two aren't around anymore, GRG11 still hasn't grown one bit. 416 props her head up and turns her attention to outside the window. The traffic of a green zone cafe and the day is quite light. Together with the soothing melodies playing in the background, the sunlight streaming through the ceiling-high windows conjures a brief moment of afternoon tranquility. Amidst this tranquility, 416 checks the message interface on her terminal once again. Alas, it is just as quiet there. Have things like this bothered you before too, Commander? Hot, hot, hot! Give me some ice! Right. Can't you take that picture away? Bring ice cubes, wipe the table, then take the order, and take the picture away. Ugh, again? Can't you process more than one thing at a time? This person, they should stop going to the cafe if they're just gonna complain. Like, again? It sounds like they come here just to complain. You think I'm in the mood to order food right now? And yeah, that's why I'm gonna give them the most whiny voice. I'm really sorry. The commotion nearby interrupts the brief moment of peace 416 was enjoying. GRG11, on the other hand, slightly adjusts her position and drifts back into her slumber. Seeing the overwhelmed and panicking Andoris, a certain civilian doll pops into 416's mind. She slightly adjusts her mental state and lets out a soft sigh. A certain civilian doll? At the very least, GRG11's more useful than this one. Finally, the cafe's doors swing open once again as Springfield walks in. Upon noticing Andoris wiping at the coffee stain, she smiles helplessly. Just as she's about to lend Andoris a hand, 416 barges in and blocks her path. 416? It's been a while. My apologies for my absence and not being there to receive you. There was an urgent matter I had to attend to. It's fine. You're right on time. Exciting as always, 416. How long has it been since we last met? 3 years? No, must be longer than that. Let's leave the catching up for later. Is the cargo ready for handover? Cargo... A tinge of hesitation flashes across Springfield's usual gentle expression. I see. But please wait for a moment while I take care of something. With 416's nod of agreement, Springfield gestures for Andoris to head to the back of the cafe. Still cleaning the floor, Andoris pauses for a moment before joining Springfield. 416 walks back to her table and bluntly shakes GRG11 awake. Ugh. What now? Time to work. Sure. No need to wake me up like that. Springfield's back? Where is she? Sorry to keep you waiting. Please follow me to the back. 416 hesitates for a moment, then pushes the drowsy G11 along after Springfield. Oh, some firearm lore? Klukai's gun is the H&K 416. It was designed to be an improvement over the military's M4, so they call it the HKM4. Quotes, the company making the M4 sued them for copyright infringement. Oh no! Okay, the copyright was eventually struck down. And out of pettiness, H&K named it after the M4 and M16, the 416. Wow! Since Code made both the M4 and M16, I love that. I'm into that pettiness. Walking past the kitchen, the three stop somewhere more akin to a storage room. A large person-tall container lies quietly in the center of the room. 416 cautiously approaches the container and carefully examines it for a moment. This is what we're here for. Can you please unlock the box? Seeing the exact delivery date has yet to be confirmed, the cargo will need to be stored at 404's warehouse first. Thus, we'll need to verify the cargo's condition before our delivery. No problem, but if possible, can you please stop referring to her as cargo? What do you mean by her? Instead of answering directly, Springfield pushes open the lid. Ta-da! So that was a common joke in GFL. In the GFL community, was that Klukai would get mad if you called her the HKM4. That could be a fun way to summon her. She'll be so mad that she'll come home and bonk you. Andoris lies quietly in hibernation in the cold transport container. Her serene sleeping face resembles the warm sunshine of spring. While she has been removed from the cafe's registry, her local neural backup has yet to be deleted. In a way, she is still our companion. What companion? After everything, you just sold her off like any other appliance or item. Who did you sell her to? Don't tell me the scrapyard, or some random broker in the yellow zone. 416. We just need to verify her condition. No need to delve too deep into this. I don't need you to remind me of that. Seeing 416's overbearing stance, GRG11 reluctantly chimes in to ease attention despite the "not this again" expression on her face. Please don't take it personally, Springfield. 416 is just a little hypersensitive with these matters due to what happened to us before. 404 has no prejudices whatsoever against our clients, nor do we delve into matters that are not our concern. You can rest assured. I understand. We too simply hope Andoris can find a more suitable place. Due to her frame's performance issues, she can't handle most of the daily tasks at the cafe very well. She herself is quite troubled by this. But rest assured, the one who will take Andoris in is not an inconsiderate individual. I can guarantee you that. I wonder how long it took for her to come to the decision of, Andoris, I'm so sorry, but you can't work here anymore. Let's find you a new workplace. 416, without even responding to Springfield, coldly patches into the encrypted channel. Leva's voice comes through. Looks like you successfully rendezvoused with Springfield. Leva, is the cargo you told us to bring over this civilian doll called Andoris? I don't remember the exact nature of the cargo being specified anywhere, but given the time, location, and contact for the handover all line up, it sounds right to me. Oh, that'd be nice if Kalina's the one who wanted to hire her. Sounds right to you. Hey, hello, hello. And yes, the fancier the better. Since when did 404 start taking on sketchy commissions like these? Don't think that I... Oh? Looks like Kalina got herself into some trouble. Gotta hang up now. I'll trust you with bringing Andoris back. Hello? Hello? With the call abruptly cut off, 416 can only try to calm herself. She then closes the lid of the container in front of her. 20... beep, 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 beep. 1503, 56. Squad 404 confirms receiving. The civilian doll, Andoris. Phew. She's finally back to normal. I'll leave her to you from now on, Squad 404. You should stay and rest for a bit before you leave. That'll not be necessary. Until she's delivered, 404 will ensure Andoris' safety. If any unexpected issues arise down the line, we will contact you again. Oi. GRG-11. Come on, not me again. Shut up. Get her out of here. The back door is over there. Okay. GRG-11 carries the transport container out of the back door of the cafe, with 416 following after her. I love the thought of Mikti having to carry her. Mikti just casually carries Andoris around. Perhaps out of professional habit, Springfield gently bows at the departing silhouette. Please take good care of her. And now hidden intentions. Having brought back and safely stored Andoris at 404's temporary base, 416 returns to her routine as if nothing happened. Originally, planning to bring GRG-11 along for the simulation training, she notices several maintenance crews sitting at the usually vacant rest area. Each of them holds a cup of coffee and chats enthusiastically. None notices 416's appearance. Hey, hello, hello. And oh, I love that, flex and lemon carry with only one hand. The aroma of coffee wafting through the air adds a touch of coziness this place usually lacks, but also a hint of suspicion. Fussy coffee. Happy maintenance crew member. Wow, can't believe we're being attended to by someone. It's definitely a first. Guess these dolls finally learned to treat their guests. Easygoing maintenance crew member. I don't think I've ever seen her face before. A tactical doll hiring a civilian doll? This road is becoming more absurd by the day. Burly maintenance crew member. Who cares? I'm good as long as they are pretty girls to look at. Ha ha ha. Well, at least this one's honest. You're right. Miss, another cup of coffee, please. Okay. Please wait for a moment. We ran out of coffee beans, and I just found a new bag. Hearing the request, Andoris walks out of the storage and deftly loads the coffee beans into the machine. Ooh, you won the 50-50 for Andoris and got to Lolo and Zhao Hui in the same temple? Oh, that is good! That's great! Yay! I'm really sorry. We only have a coffee machine here, so I can't hand brew anything. Oh, that's totally fine. We don't care about such things. We'd even drink motor oil if Miss Andoris were the one who brought it to us. Dang. Dang. You're really funny. Seeing Andoris laughing and joking with the maintenance crew, 416 tenses up again after having calmed down. Just then, Andoris also notices her entering the rest area and greets her with a friendly smile. Good morning. 416? Sorry, I'm not terribly familiar with T-Doll's imprint systems. I apologize if I made a mistake. You're not mistaken, but... 416 walks over to the beanbag sofa, grabs into its ledge, and yanks it up. GRG-11, who was lying cozily on it, is thrown onto the floor following a loud thud. Poor Mikti. What are you doing, 416? You could have just told me to get up nicely. A doll that should be in the warehouse is freely roaming the base, yet you, a member 404 tasked with their safekeeping, simply turn a blind eye. You tell me why I should be nice with you. I'm not the one who woke Andoris up. It's Dear. He came over and secretly powered Andoris up, then left as if he was fleeing from a disaster. Even woke me up in the process. Dear, it's certainly becoming quite bold. I happen to have some equipment that needs his calibration. We should pay him a visit in person. What a hassle. You can go on your own. I'll go back to... Seeing GRG-11 head for the beanbag sofa, 416 swiftly snatches her by her clothes. To avoid being snatched away, GRG-11 holds onto one of the table's legs with her hand. As a tug-of-war plays out, comms to a special encrypted channel are established. With Level's image coming through, 416 puts GRG-11 down. Having gained some breathing room, GRG-11 retreats to the safety of hiding behind Andoris. Safe at last. I don't think 416 meant any harm. Glad to see you two are still close as ever. Is your visual module malfunctioning or what? Anyway, great timing. We're just about to pay Dear a visit, given that he activated the doll in 404's custody without authorization. It was authorized. I gave him the order. Oh? And I also reminded him to be quiet on the job and flee as if his life depended on it, seeing the boatload of trouble he would be if caught by 416. You think 404 is having too much of a good time as of late or what? The client says it'll be a while before they can collect the cargo. It'll be a shame not to put such an excellent civilian doll like Andoris to use. See? She can attend to the personnels and look after GRG-11. Isn't that great? You think I'm a moron? 416 did not raise her voice. Your tone carries intense intimidation. The maintenance crew who have been watching from the sidelines sensibly put down their coffee and leave the scene one after another. It's not until only 3 dolls remain in the rest area that Level resumes talking. What's the matter? Why so grumpy all of a sudden? Quit playing dumb. No client is coming to collect the cargo. Andoris is a new recruit you're trying to bring into 404, isn't she? You thought I wouldn't notice her file tucked in with a stack of resumes you had Lena bring over? Oh wow! Despite all the fuss about being against new members, you sure pay a lot of attention to the matter, 416. See? All this happened because you stubbornly refused to interview any new dolls, so I had to resort to my methods to get you both in one place. So, does it mean Level bought her? What are you hoping to achieve by putting a civilian doll in 404? Deliver lunchboxes to the enemy on the front line? Well, it's not like it's our first time converting a civilian doll into a tactical doll. I'd say GRG-11 certainly qualifies as a formidable combatant now. She's different. 416 glances at GRG-11 hiding behind Andoris with half of her head poking out. Andoris' model features large storage capacity, ideal as a battlefield intelligence operative. Dear and I are in talks about how to utilize this feature to enhance 404's capabilities. Oh, you don't think anyone actually bought her? That was just a cover story. I wonder if they talked it over with Andoris, like, hey Andoris, so... You're fired from the cafe, but I got you a new job if you're interested. How would you like to work in 404? Like, sure, okay. Thank you. Besides, She's got a calm and gentle personality, good for smoothing things out when Lena and I aren't around. She's also better at holding conversations with humans. I know you aren't the best at dealing with them, huh, 416? Except for a certain commander. Stop changing the subject. I know what you're up to. So long as I let these new recruits into the team, you had to sit comfortably in your NOMFA office and dump mission after mission on us to toil away at. Leva, 404 is a squad of 4. You may be the leader, but you aren't in charge of everything. So you do know it's a squad of 4 after all. Leva's retort makes 416's expression grow even more somber. What are you trying to say? You and GRG-11 have been working over capacity, right? Even to the point of being carried back by drones after you both were nearly destroyed. I don't suppose it's a good thing for either you or 404's reputation. Okay, you know, I kinda love that. For some reason your mind went to... I'm sorry, but you're fired. However, I heard there's a job that's just perfect for you. Where? Here. The position just opened a second ago. Lucky timing. Oh, look who suddenly cares about 404's reputation. The same leader who took half of our fighting power and rarely comes back. You think cramming a civilian doll into the squad will help with 404's reputation? What we need now is a proficient tactical doll, not a walking hard drive. An interesting analogy. Ugh. As her neural cloud is thrown into disarray by the quarrel, GRG-11 clutches tightly at Andoris' hem. The latter smiles and places her hand over GRG-11's ears to shield her from the noise. Huh. I say it's better for you to chill out for now. I mean, ultimately, it's not up to me if Andoris joins 404 or not, since you two are going to be the ones working with her on a daily basis. Glad you're aware of that. Of course I do, but you need to stop acting like a child who refuses to play with others once you found a best friend. Throwing a tantrum like a spoiled brat will only hurt those you cherish the most, you know? Shut up. 416 hangs the call without thinking twice. As she turns around, she sees Andoris soothing the clearly perturbed GRG-11. She got frightened. Her neural cloud is just a little jumbled right now. Although, I'm not sure what you two were arguing about. I believe disagreements between companions shouldn't be taken too seriously. When I worked at the cafe, I too... Just leave. 416 avoids Andoris' eyes. You heard a conversation. There's no place for you in 404. Unlike her back in the day, you can find other places to go besides the cafe. After noticing Andoris' silence, 416 awkwardly adds another line. Until you find your next employment, you can live here. You can also back up your neural cloud in 404 server for the time being. ... Loading, loading, loading. Andoris' silence lasts longer than expected. 416 looks at her again with impatience. While a smile lingers on the lips of the beautiful doll, her gentle eyes have grown dull and empty. 416, I think... she crashed? Just as the two lean in to take a closer look, Andoris suddenly blinks. Her smile gives way to an ease and confusion. She crashed and rebooted. As if unaware by her own crash, she casually picks up where the conversation has been left at. So, I've been fired again? Oop. A curious test. Today's plan failed, despite learning some ambush and CQC techniques through online video tutorials. When it came time to put them into practice, I got pinned by Miss 416 before I even realized what was happening. I like how she was looking up online video tutorials. Looking back, she likely noticed my presence before I first approached her. Her leg sweep was so fast, I barely caught a glimpse of it. However, I did manage to lift Miss 416 off the ground. I suppose that could be considered a small triumph for me. Sitting in front of the terminal, Andoris sighs and frowns at the words she just typed out on the terminal. Locking early 2000s computer with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Oh no! No. Lifting Miss 416 off the ground was just a random reaction I resorted to amidst the confusion. It was not a deliberate act. Besides, I got quickly pinned to the ground afterwards. While I knew it wouldn't be as easy as shown in the tutorial, Miss 416 is far beyond my expectations. What should I do now? Since I gave my word that I'd land a single hit on Miss 416 to prove myself worthy of the position, I can't stop after just one failure. Though, I can't just shoot Miss 416 with a real gun. That would be too dangerous. Andoris pulls up the search engine and aimlessly clicks around, browsing through tactical training videos. Today... Oops, I clicked. Okay, time for the tutorial person. Today, I'm gonna teach you some useful moves that are particularly helpful when there's a significant disparity between you and your opponent. The key is to target your opponent's weak spots. Target the weak spots? Makes sense. Generally speaking, the human body has these weak spots: the abdomen, the throat, and the eyes. Let me demonstrate you how to quickly hit these areas. Do dolls share the same weak spots? The abdomen. Our frame looks to be quite protected. The neck does look more fragile, but I doubt I can deal any damage with my strength. That leaves one option. Let's see what the video says. Suppose we face to face with the enemy. Here's how to disarm a person pointing a gun at you, basically. Or, oh no. Maybe the tutorial's only gonna show part of it and then be like, if you want to see the rest of my video, you must pay the premium price of $99.99. And click on my website, make an account. And in just $99.99 a month, you too can do this. Andoris stands up and pushes a chair under the table, leaving enough space around her. Right, suppose the enemy is here. Keep your lower body stable by spreading your feet slightly apart. Get ready to move around or even jump. Ready to move around. Protect your face with your left hand. Defend yourself. Left hand. Okay, right here. But don't I need to know how Miss 416 will attack first to be able to defend myself? Based on my previous observations, there are 17 possible areas I could be hit. First protect the nose, then cover the chest, forehead, and then nose. Strike out with your right hand. Go straight for the eyes. Owie, why did you hit me? What a tutorial. Dang. I love it. Oh my goodness. Your doggo wanted to type instead. Ah yes, abdomen, throat, and eyes. Got it. Except when fighting a Dullahan, then you're just screwed. It's like, what about the abdomen? Forget it. That's covered in armor. Oof. The obvious comedic twist leading into the second half of the video has gone completely over Andoris' head, and she's already on the verge of crashing. Nose, cover, forehead, hit. Bam! Andoris punches herself in the face and is knocked to the ground. Oh, well. Today's plan failed as well. Seeing as I failed to master the techniques of attacking an opponent's weak spots head-on, I resorted to an ambush again. However, right as I covered Miss 416's eyes, she immediately turned around and tackled me to the ground. Combat really is a challenging ordeal. How can I land a hit and prove myself to Miss 416? Fortunately, I found a direction to work towards. The video tutorial taught me about employing equipment creatively, like using flashbangs to temporarily blind enemies. I decided to try this approach. I'll prepare for it tonight. Let's keep pushing tomorrow. What are these tutorials? Oh my goodness. Today was another failure. I guess filling the meeting room with the mood light isn't as effective as real flashbangs. Mood light. What would the mood light be? For like simulating, I guess, the mood of flashbangs, just really bright white lights. Though, when Miss 416 threw me to the ground, my sight did blur for a split second. I guess it does count as the blinding effect. I should take note of that. The tutorial made mention of utilizing the terrain to one's advantage when faced with overwhelming odds. As the saying goes, everything's about the right timing, the right location, and the right people. That has inspired me. Tomorrow, I'll experiment with a plan that leverages the environment. I hope it'll go smoothly. I wonder how popular this channel is that she's watching the videos from. I'm just imagining like a channel that got like no views, and she's gonna be like their one viewer. Which is kind of adorable, actually. True, going from pitch black to bright, very bright can be disorienting. Okay, if we're talking about how flashbangs are portrayed in fiction, yes. If you want to be realistic, flashbangs really just disorient by loud, ear-ringing noise and an afterimage. Ugh. The distraction tactic failed. I asked Miss Mechanic to help distract Miss 416, but it wasn't effective at all. Miss 416 managed to knock me to the ground the moment I revealed myself. Oh no, it is 5,000 views. It just bought views. Oh. Does she have an additional visual modules besides her eyes? Fortunately, after all these days of hard work, I've mastered the base's layout, or at least the sections accessible to an outsider like me. Additionally, I now have the general understanding of Miss 416 and Miss GRG11's habits. I can make use of this information in future plans. On a side note, one thing's been bothering me. Over the days, despite getting angry and calling my plan foolish, Miss 416 never stopped me from attempting my ambush tactics. What does she mean by that? Andoris, you gotta learn how to deal with tsunderes. Like, it's not like I want you to get better or anything and actually join the team. I'm so tired. Today was supposed to be a day off, yet we're staying up later than usual. Stop complaining. Did I just take you out for a ride to relax? You call it relaxing? I still have dust in my mouth. Fine. Hurry up and get in. Time to write today's training report. Look at what time it is. It's my personal time now. You need to respect my... Hush. 416 abruptly stops from dragging GRG11 into the meeting room. Caught the momentum, GRG11 can't stop in time and bumps straight into her. Ouch. Oh no. Are we going into the meeting room or not? Quiet. Haven't you noticed something's up? Huh? Something's up? Why are the lights in the meeting room switched off? Are we so low on budget that we need to conserve energy like this? No. I told the staff to leave the lights on and have the equipment ready before they clock out, since we'll need the meeting room around this time. Does it mean someone snuck in? A thief? No way! This is 404 secret hideout. Switch to night vision. Yes. With their night vision on, the two see the meeting room is in total disarray. The floor is littered with all sorts of debris in contrast to its usual tidiness. I can't see very well, but they certainly made a big mess. Guess the thief really got in. But why would they rummage through a meeting room? Careful. We need to take a closer look. 416 and GRG-11 slowly enter the meeting room with their weapons trained. 416 comes to a halt when she feels something crack underneath her feet. Coffee beans? Tea bags and snacks too. I don't get it, 416. Are you sure this is actually not the pantry? Check the corner. Something's there. Oh, okay. In night vision mode, the two find a thing lying on the floor in the corner. Is it here I'm seeing? Is that a person? 416. 416 does not answer, but rather quietly steps over the scattered debris on the floor and paces toward the thing on the ground. She stops a step away from the thing and frowns as she stares at it. This is what you've got in store for your pathetic antic today? Faking an attack in the meeting room? What's going on? Ignoring GRG-11's question, 416 steps forward and gently kicks the thing on the ground. While the thing lying on the ground does not change its position, it visibly stiffens. Not getting up yet. Hiya! Andoris slowly sits up, intending to strike the side of 416's neck with a hand chop. 416 irritably catches her hand, swivels it around, and pins her to the ground. It was just a prank! I'll pass on the high five. As expected of Miss 416, impressive as always. So, do you still need to act out this nonsensical skit with you? I'm afraid you have to keep me company for a little longer, Miss 416. While Andoris' face is pressed up against the ground, thus making it difficult for her to speak, 416 sees a glimpse of a calm smile on her face. What? Listen to me, 416. Eek! Wah! GRG-11, I told you to stay away. I can't stop. Get out of the way, 416. Owie! With GRG-11 stumbling towards her, in the pitch-black meeting room, 416 fails to push her aside as both her hands are occupied with holding Andoris down. The two collide violently, triggering another round of ruckus. Enough. Click. 416 flips the lights on. The blinding, incandescent glare suddenly fills the meeting room. Andoris narrows her eyes to adjust to the light. In her gradually clearing vision, she sees GRG-11 scrambling to stand up. What's this? It's all slippery and smells kinda good. It's coffee? Whoa, you got them all over your face and hair, 416. Did you take a swim in a coffee pool? Looks like my plan is a success. Though it's with coffee, it still counts as hitting Miss 416, right? Eh? All this was part of your plan, Andoris? But where did the coffee came from? As GRG-11 looks around, a crushed coffee can rolls to her feet. Oh, guess it came from the can that I stepped on. Whoa! 416 stomps on the can, crushing it completely. The remaining liquid spurts out and splashes onto GRG-11. Oh, So you only realize it now? How about I send you to the circus tomorrow? If you're that good at stepping on cans. It's not like I meant to. I was in a hurry and it was so dark in here. Fortunately, what Andoris left on the ground was just a can of coffee and not a landmine. Otherwise, it would have been over for us. So you even know it'll be over? It's okay, Miss 416. No need to get upset. I think GRG11 is just worried about you, which is why she rushed over. Besides, it's not like hazardous items really are going to be in the meeting room. I wouldn't leave things of that nature in here. After all, my real intent isn't to hurt you two. Well, but you're also quite the genius in making a fool out of 416 like this, Andoris. GRG11 tugs at 416's sleeve. Plot twist, a can of coffee secretly a proximity mine. Pretty rich coming from you. 416 glares at GRG11, and the latter wisely shuts up. She then maintains her cold expression while turning her attention on Andoris. All this just to join 404, huh? Yes. Miss 416, please give me an opportunity. Coffee can as a bouncing penny. 416 takes 2 deep breaths before snatching the gun from GRG11's hand and throwing it at Andoris. Take this, and follow me to the live fire training ground. Where? Didn't you want a chance? Then it's time to stop at your ridiculous antics and face me in proper combat. Come out on top, and I'll let you go through the acceptance test. Eh? What the heck are you doing, 416? Don't you know how much easier the acceptance test is compared to defeating you? Didn't we just agree? Mind your own business. Go get a mop and clean the room up. If I see a single coffee bean on the ground when I'm back, prepare to say goodbye to all your game's save files. Ooh, that is a bad threat. What's any of this have to do with my save files? Ignoring GRG11's grumbles, 416 storms out of the meeting room furiously. Andoris pats GRG11 on the shoulder reassuringly. It's okay, Miss GRG11. I'll clean it up with you once I'm back. You need to be able to come back first. 416 is really terrifying when she's worked up like that. So don't try to take her head on. Although, she probably won't actually harm you. Yes, I understand. I'll take my chances. It better be like that. Speaking of, do you even know how to use a gun? Andoris holds a weapon up in her hand and examines it carefully. I've watched the tutorials, so I know the basics. Just aim at the target, the scope, and pull the trigger, right? Eh? Are you coming or not? I'll be right there. Andoris smiles at GRG11 and follows 416 out of the room. Visibility worried. GRG11 follows her to the door and shouts. Pay attention to the recoil. Make sure the gun is pressed up against your shoulder. Unsure whether Andoris can even remember her advices, GRG11 withdraws her gloomy gaze back to the mess in the meeting room. Time to clean up now. The thoughts of two people. Angry customer. It's been an entire hour. My meal hasn't been served yet. This Andoris is still standing there like a piece of junk. Waiting an hour for food. Oh, okay, you know, for this guy, I can see why he's hangry. Oh, having to wait is just... ugh. Where's your manager? Get me your manager! I'm terribly sorry. I'll take care of it. Facing the angry customer, Centauresi shields Andoris behind her. Sorry, dear customer, but it's currently peak dining hour and we're short-staffed. We sincerely apologize for the wait. Hey, hello. Your meal will be served shortly, and we'll do our utmost to provide you with excellent service. Hearing the commotion, Manager Springfield also emerges from behind her, holding a cup of steaming latte. Our deepest apologies for taking up your time. This latte is on me. Sir, I'm very sorry for the inconveniences caused. I will do my best to compensate you. You? Compensate me? You think you can make up for the time I wasted because of you? With the clatter of wind chimes, 2 more customers walk into the cafe. See, Colin? Springfield's place is very lively. Don't say that, Leva. Seeing the 2 just walked in, Centauresi glances at Springfield with a look of "leave this to me," sparing her to greet the 2. Leva and Kalina? Are you out on a business trip again? Yeah, we'll be around for a while, so I figured we'd drop by. Colin really misses your hand-brewed coffee. Springfield guides the 2 to an empty table. She then looks back to make sure Centauresi has appeased the angry customer before raising her hand to call Andoris over. This is Andoris, our newest employee, and these 2 are Kalina and Leva. Pleased to meet you both. So, you're the newcomer. No wonder you look so flustered. I'm terribly sorry. I've embarrassed myself before you. Anders has worked here for some time now. She's very meticulous and attentive. Using her large storage capacity, she can accurately track each customer's preferences and their birthdays. Dang. Sounds like she's a perfect fit for the job, but I guess it's another story in practice. Well, Manager Springfield has taught me everything I need to know about the job, but my own performance issues prevents me from handling more complex and unexpected requests from customers. Even when it comes to the menu, I've only learned how to brew coffee. It's not Manager Springfield's fault. Oh, I see. So you're not a good fit. Leva? Kalina stops Leva from going further, yet an enigmatic smile remains on Leva's face as she strokes her chin. Say, how about having her join 404 Springfield? Eh? Andoris? But... Leva. Kalina's voice now carries an angry undertone, yet Leva simply shrugs indifferently and turns her attention back at Andoris. I've seen at least Bielko joining 404, guys. Andoris, oh, by the way, hold your questions about 404 for now. What are your thoughts on working here? Me? Andoris falls silent for a moment. I will try my best to keep up with everyone. Though it may take some time, I don't want to leave. You should realize that a place like this... we should realize that a place that makes things harder for both sides is probably not where you belong. Seeing how you swiftly you guys had that scuffle, I can only assume what happened back there was the norm, right? Think more flexibly. If this place isn't the right fit for you, why not consider my suggestion? Oh, the OG crew. Only a tiny bit. Not the full backstory. Anders turns towards Springfield with a somewhat bewildered look on her face. Springfield pats her on the shoulder and helps her straighten her apron. Oji's in level and Klukai and Mikti. And yeah, Sora's mentioned some parts in passing, like Ultimate Gamer Mekti. I have no intention of letting you go, but you have the final say. Working at the cafe won't let you reach your full potential, but 404 will. Do you want to find a place where you're truly needed, Andoris? Will I be needed at 404? Leva chuckles. Of course you will be. But you have to put up with a certain sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted doll's harsh critiques first. But believe me, she means no harm. And she's actually quite reliable. You'll be fine, Andoris. Oh, another part that I remember too. Klukai being a lightweight, right? Or was it someone else? Like, oh man, the things that retain are... I'm like, okay, Gamer Mekti. The ultimate gamer. And Klukai not being able to handle alcohol. So, wanna give it a try? With her hair all messed up, Andoris cowers in the room's corner with GRG-11's gun clutched tightly in her arm. Her body is covered in bruises, while bullet holes littered her surroundings. Join 404, and this will be your everyday life. The real battlefield is nothing like your childish antics. Hey, hello, hello. Ooh. Yay for getting over sickness. And ooh, dupe of Osaka Behime, nice. Yay for baddie. Like, oh, baddie, baddie, baddie. And ooh, special art. 416 sees Andoris' blank stare and assumes she has crashed again. Irritated, she yanks the GRG-11 assault rifle out of her hands and walks out of the door without noticing the change in Andoris' face. A new world. But will this one need me? Andoris slowly stands up, then looks down at her battered body. The weight and stiffness of the assault rifle still linger in her arms. If so, I want to bear witness to the kind of world that needs me. Batty must be glad for all the new servants. Less time she needs to spend out of her for reals. I love it. 416 opens the door and is greeted by GRG-11, who is peering through the gap with a mop in hand. That reminds me, what are the current banners today? I need to buy more Saint Quartz so I can do my daily pulls. I ran out earlier this week, or last week, and then I got lazy. Like, I've been logging in, but I'm like, you know what? I can wait for buying Saint Quartz. Okay, Klukai rescued Mekti way back in the day. Aww. Is it over? How did it go? 416 shoves the gun into GRG-11's arms and strides forward. She's alive. Oh. Can't see if she's scared sounds as though. Did you decide to give Andoris a chance when we were in the yellow zone earlier? Why do all this then? Ooh, Hephaestion was on one? Okay, I don't even have her yet, so, Oh, man. And ooh, I want to see some of the GFL events. The heavy bike comes to a stop on the top of the small hill. A convoy of vehicles is parked in the valley below, surrounded by a few scattered dolls busy doing maintenance work. Their frames are covered in varying degrees of damage with signs of sloppy modifications. A number of them can barely move coherently, undoubtedly the result of haphazard remodeling done on civilian dolls. One of them quickly spots 416 and GRG-11. Some new 3-star servants? Okay, you know, the more the merrier. Her fire control module, clearly ripped from some random piece of military hardware and forcibly welded onto her, suddenly swivels around. The mechanical eyeball rotates unnaturally, seemingly about to fall out of its socket. Spooky. 416 shows no reaction. She stands there and stares into those empty eyes. Once the doll confirms 416 presents no threat, she drops her guard and returns to her task without looking back. Whoa. It's as if they're Frankenstein's monsters. GRG-11 has just woken up from hibernation, rubbing her eyes as she walks over to 416. Jeez. If Leva hadn't taken us in, would we have ended up like them by now? You're thinking too highly of yourself. I may end up like them, but only because I was built as a T-doll. You, on the other hand, are at best a component they would bolt onto me, and most likely the most useless one. Sure. I am useless after all. If that's what you think of me, why not hurry up and recruit some other dolls so I can stay at the base and nap all day? Instead of firing back as she usually does, 416 remains silent. GRG-11 does not disturb her, nor does she return to the bike. Instead, she stays by 416's side, just as she does on the battlefield. Do you remember the original meaning of 404, GRG-11? The original meaning? As in, those who don't exist? Yes. 4 dolls who, for various reasons, found themselves unable to return to any organization and were thus deemed non-existent by the world. Willingly or not, we came together, braved battle after battle, and fought tooth and nail to secure the freedom we now hold. But does that even mean anything for an ordinary doll? Huh? You're increasingly acting weird as of late, 416. Has Leva and Lena leaving put too much pressure on you? Have you contemplated all this back when you decided to remodel me? Surely not. Is that the real reason why you're rejecting Andoris? In part, yes. We had no choice back then, but Andoris still does. This place may be a safe haven for us, but for her? But looking at Andoris, I don't think her prior jobs were all sunshine and rainbows either. She crashed the mere mention of the word fired. Ooh, had to be a designated driver today. Oh, I hope that went well. Maybe she's better off staying with 404, just as Springfield and Level concluded. Let's at least give her a fire control core and see if it works out. We can find her a stable job if it doesn't, or keep her at the base as logistics. 404 is not a shelter. Randomly recruiting or remodeling dolls is irresponsible to both sides. Jeez, as if 404 is some legitimate organization. You're being so textbook about it that it's starting to feel weird. GRG-11 scratches her head dramatically. Besides, Leva handpicked her. We should value her judgment, right? Her judgment? I believe she's just in for the price per doll value. But all of us that she chose back then are alive and well today. Can't hurt to try. You know, as they say, the only true failure is not trying at all. Don't let your doubts win before the fight even begins. Oh, it went fast. You're told that you wait for 3 hours. Brought your Steam Deck to play Digimon while you waited. And oh, you guys are out in 45 minutes. Dang, that was fast. Fastest 3 hours. Upon hearing such a straight-faced statement, 416 glances at GRG-11. Where'd you get that from? The newest anime I watched. Cool, huh? Of course. Oh? They're leaving. I wonder what she was watching. What were you watching, Mickey? The rattling sound of engine startups comes from below the hill. The bounty hunters yell at the dolls to get back on the vehicles. Hurry up! Bunch of worthless scraps. Fuck, we're really shit out of luck these days. First a collapse storm and then a bunch of Variagers. Half of the dolls got totaled. How are we supposed to take on any commissions like this? No worries. The boss has already contacted some underground brokers to get us more illegal dolls. Worst case scenario, we just stick through for now. Sure. Wanna go have some fun later? The rude man pushes the last doll into the vehicle, then climbs in himself before pulling down the heavy blast door. Following the engine's roar, the convoy departs, gradually shrinking into a tiny black dot in the drifting sand. On top of the hill, GRG-11 and 416 also return to the bike. Sit tight. And patch me into Deer's comm channel. 416 accelerates to full throttle, and the heavy bike speeds off in the opposite direction. With a mop in one hand and her gun in the other, GRG-11 can barely keep up with 416's brisk pace, while nervously observing her sullen expression. Did you change your mind about Andoris staying? Please say something, 416. I did not change my mind. But if that was all it took to scare the life out of her, then she'd be crying and begging to resign in 2 days tops. We'll be on a mission by then. And who's going to fill in for her? You? But I don't think that'll be the case, though. Didn't you also say it's quite remarkable of her to have persevered all these days just for an opportunity? GRG-11 scratches her head and looks back at the training ground. Andoris has yet to come out, nor has she made any sound. Even 3-year-olds can come up with the same tricks. What gives? I only said that because... well, she's indeed making progress, so I decided to give her a chance. Alright, stop staring at it. Are you done mopping the floor yet? Just a friendly reminder, you still have your training report to do. Why do you still remember that? Still not fully at ease, GRG-11 scratches her head again. But what if Andoris is still willing to attempt the acceptance test? What are you gonna do, 416? 416 stops but does not turn around. She pauses for a moment before answering. In that case, it won't hurt to let her try. What a softie. Into the new world. Oh yeah, she does kind of have similar vibes to Saber Medusa. This is a simulation of the Yellow Zone, right? Level 2 really is a fascinating place. I hope you can keep up that positive attitude of yours after you turn into Swiss cheese. Stop spooking her. Look, she's crashed again. Humph. The acceptance test will begin in 5 minutes. There won't be any delays to accommodate for someone's technical issues. Come on. Sorry. There's a lot of information in here. Did I crash again? Yeah. Fortunately, it didn't last long. I'm actually surprised you agreed to take the test, Andoris. I thought you'd be intimidated by how hostile 416 acted back then. I mean, Miss 416 did not actually hurt me. Ooh, is Leva gonna have an event here? In GFL 2, then ooh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, it's a fascinating story? Oh, I'm excited. And I still want to give it another try, because someone said this is where I'm needed. Do you want to carry on with that tea party there, or would you rather hear my briefing on the test? Okay, Lena first. Then Leva. My apologies. Miss 416, please go ahead. GRG-11 will be your acting teammate for the duration of the test. The objective is to eliminate the fleeting target and the cannon within the time limit. Operating procedures for you two to figure out. I only care about the result. And you, Miss 416? I'm in charge of monitoring, evaluating, and scoring your behaviors. Understood. I'll do my best. Whatever floats your boat, I'll say again. I only care about the result. Having said that, 416 ends the transmission. With your rifle tightly clutched in hand, Andoris scans the surroundings. A certain elite T-doll taking her combat capabilities for granted again. Don't worry, Andoris. It's just an average ambush. There's nothing complicated. Huh? What's your imprint model? It's G36K-KSK. Mind that one. Is it compatible with you? Why? Because I heard it's similar to Miss Santaresi's G36. If Miss Santaresi is that strong, this one can't be that bad, right? Wait, that's how you came to your conclusion? What should we do now, Miss GRG11? Ah, right. You stay here and don't move. I'll go behind that big rock at 1 o'clock. Ignore everything else when the enemies arrive and just do what I taught you before. Switch off the safety, aim, and shoot. GRG11 readies your gear and hurries towards the direction that you mentioned. The simulated gale of level 2 blows past your flowing hair, greasing your cheeks with sand grains. They got rid of the gacha mechanics in Digimon. The medals are replaced with cards you can battle with. I have mixed feelings about that, because I kind of like the gachapon, even though it's pretty mean. Is there still that one person who's just like, hey you, I want to collect these, but don't tell my wife. But the battle-hardened GRG11 pays no mind and soon takes their position. Staring in the direction the wind is blowing from, Andoris speaks into the communicator. Say, Miss GRG11, do you think it'll be better if we take the high ground? Eh? Why is that? Because the wind picked up. It's mentioned in the mission intelligence that the enemies are traveling in a jeep. I've seen on TV how that kind of vehicle can kick up a lot of dust, even without wind when traveling at high speeds. I think the high ground will give us a better view in this case. The roaring sound of an engine grows ever closer, quickly followed by a jeep, and the trail of dust behind it suddenly coming to view. I can't get out there in time. Reposition yourself and coordinate with me, Andoris. Roger. The appropriate position would be at... Oh, haven't seen him yet. We got a guy who sells cards to you. That's about it. Okay, I'm just imagining the seller for cards. You can buy these cards at like five monies. But these ultra rare cards bump up to like 300 or something. Andoris pauses for a moment, then quickly moves in the chosen direction. Soon, she finds a suitable firing position. I'm in position, Miss GRG11. Okay, I'll suppress them and drive them towards you. Aim for the cabin once they're within range. Aim for the cabin and fire. Yes, I can do that. Raise the gun, then switch off safety. Next, aim. Andoris peers through the gun sight, only to find the front sight post drifting about. Huh? My body's shaking, but why? Can't I aim properly? Is this the potential liability Mr. Dier mentioned regarding local compatibility? Initiating backup controls. Andoris, they're coming towards you. But backup controls can't aim. Now, or it'll be too late. Andoris squeezes it on the trigger. The bullet emerges from the muzzle like a shooting star, skimming over the jeep's roof and heading straight towards G11, who is chasing after the vehicle. Oh no! Owie! Test over. All participants, exit level 2 now. Well, time to get a different weapon and try again, right? Haha. The scene of the yellow zone slowly fades away, replaced by the training ground in 404's temporary base. GRG-11 nervously rubs her head, still shaken by what just happened. Wow, what a shot, Andoris. A clean headshot as well. I guess it's surprisingly accurate from a certain perspective. Oh, that was a headshot! Poor Mickey is just getting... She's just taking all the shots during this event. Dang. If only there was auto-aim. With friendly fire off. Ugh, again? Can't you process more than one thing at a time? This Andoris is still standing there like a piece of junk. Where's your manager? Get me your manager. Andoris' lips twitch briefly before pressing into a tight line. A guilt-ridden, heartbroken expression emerges on her face. Give her a break, 416. It's your first time handling a proper firefight. It's only natural for her to be overwhelmed. Look, she knows she made a mistake. Sorry. She may have trouble adjusting. Do you have the same excuse? What? How many times have I told you before to survey the battlefield carefully beforehand, yet somehow you still manage to let a complete newbie teach you a lesson? Come on, I just want to get it done. I thought it would be a matter of picking up a few targets, you know? Piece of cake. Eh? And you, zoning out again, huh? You think causing a blue-on-blue accident is funny? I'm sorry, Miss 416. Neither of you is making this easy. Head to the meeting room and reflect on your actions, then come back later. Come back... later? Anders frowns in perplexity. After carefully pondering the meaning of those words, she ultimately decides to ask directly. But are you not going to fire me? As Lever remarked, your in-field observation and intel gathering skills are indeed commendable. Being able to make that kind of judgment as a first-timer is not bad. But you did neglect the most pressing matter, your marksmanship. While completing the mission is important, success shouldn't come at the expense of your teammates, especially if it is pointless. That is the bottom line. Anders remains silent, simply clutches her gun tightly in hand. Oh yes, write me 100 apology letters? Crashed again? No, I didn't crash. I just... did not expect Miss 416 to do this. Willingly slow down. And wait for me to catch up. Wait for you? Don't get your hopes up. I'm just temporarily cutting you some slack since I'd be foolish to expect you to catch up immediately. Do not fire blindly before you learn to aim, got that? Yes, Miss 416. Not Miss 416. Call me leader from now on. Leaving those words behind, 416 immediately walks out of the training ground without looking back. GRG-11 steps over and pats Andoris on the arm. Don't be alarmed, Andoris. 416 might appear intimidating, but she's saying that means you've earned her approval. Congratulations! No, I'm not nervous. Eh? I'm really happy. I think I'm starting to grasp what Miss Leva meant now. Miss GRG-11. Leva? What did she say? She said, I'm trying to find a place where I truly belong. I'm truly needed. Not sure what that means either. But I'm super happy to have you join 404. We're teammates from now on. You two planning to stay there overnight or what? Quit standing around and come. Let's chat about it later. We should really hurry over. Otherwise, we're toast if she gets angry. Yeah, okay. Anders takes her first step forward, stiffly, followed by another, and is then pulled along by GRG-11, trotting towards 416, waiting by the meeting room. There are those willing to help her, and those willing to wait for her, so even if she starts a little slowly, it's okay. Regardless of what Regardless of the pace or how far each step advances, ultimately, 404 moves forward together. And now, a place of belonging, or a new place of belonging. Once again, the rest area 404's temporary base is jam-packed with people. While banners reading 404 development strategy presentation and welcoming Andoris to the team, adorning the walls, the rest of the space is decorated with brightly colored balloons floating around. Oh look, they're throwing her a party! What are you trying to accomplish with all the mess here? Since you gave the go-ahead, I arranged everything according to the standards for a birthday party at the cafe. We're celebrating Miss Andoris joining the team after all! Is your way of celebrating tying balloons to GRG11's hair? Haha, we weren't able to find anything to tie the balloons down, and GRG11 happened to be sleeping right there. Come on, it's time for you to put on a smiley face. I think it's great that Miss Andoris passed the test and can see at 4-4. I have Deer's assistance and 416's acceptance to thank for that. Humph, my acceptance is not going to last forever. Your intelligence gathering skills are useful, but you better work on your marksmanship as soon as possible. Prepare for hellish training sessions that are waiting for you. No problem. Though I'm afraid we'll have to trouble the technicians with more adjustments and fine-tunings then. As it happens, I brought some food over. Please consider this my thanks. Please consider this my thank you in advance for everyone's future assistance. Oh, that's so kind of you, Miss Andoris. We'll go have a bite right now. You treat us to your delicious food, and we'll be your beck and call from now on. That'll be wonderful. After the maintenance crew has left, Andoris quietly nudges up to 416. Thank you for keeping me around and turning a blind eye to this welcome party. I want to know too, what kind of food did she make? If not for your leniency, I'll be trying my luck with the bounty hunters now. After all, the service industry in the nearby cities has already blacklisted me. Oh, she did that bad. Oh no, in the service industry, she got blacklisted. Oop. No need to thank me. You earned it yourself. In any case, I will cherish my place at 404, as well as this. Andoris raises the gun and caresses it lovingly. Put the thing down. You still need some time to master your fire control core. Additionally, never switch off your safety before entering combat, unless you want an accidental discharge to happen. Oh, I didn't notice that. Thank you for pointing it out. Looks like Andoris has already blended in with 404. It seems I was overthinking things. Following the voice, Leva and Lena, who have continuously been on commission, show up in the doorway. At the doorway. Wow. A G36K-KSK imprint. That's pretty good. 416 really went all out for you. She picked it herself. What are you guys even doing here? Has NOMFA finally realized your waste of space? Oh my, don't put it like that. How can we possibly be absent to the welcome party of a new 404 member? Though we're split up more often than not these days, Lev and I will always be part of the team. Upon hearing Lena's words, 416's gaze softened slightly. Noticing this, Leva smiles mischievously. Welcome to Squad 404, Andoris. I bet 416 hasn't said that to you yet, huh? I also have a recommendation to thank, Leva. No need to be so formal, after all. It's beneficial for us too. With you and the team now, 404 will be able to take on more lucrative missions in the future. Already plotting out your little schemes before we're even back to full strength? Oh, by the sound of that, I guess you're for hiring more members? Of course. We have 2 freeloaders taking up space after all. Hey, don't put it so harshly. Even if I don't care, Leva might get upset. Right. I'm super upset now. Who would have thought that after all this time, 416 is so weak that she can't accomplish anything without me or Lena? Tisk. Most unusually, 416 does not immediately retaliate with words. Leva, Lena, listen carefully to what I'm about to say. You may have your own choices and plans, but 404 will move forwards. Will move towards the future as well. Andoris' arrival is but the beginning. Andoris' arrival is but the beginning. 404 will grow stronger than ever before, all under my leadership. Looks like 416 has already taken it upon herself to become the leader without me saying a thing. Perfect then. That saves me a bunch of words. What do you mean? I mean what I said. Seeing 416's alert expression, Lena quickly chimes in. About not being able to participate in 404's routine commissions, Lev and I have always felt very guilty. We're also well aware that this caused a lot of inconvenience for you and GRG-11. So, in addition to looking for new recruits, we also want to make some adjustments to the squad structure. This has been your wish for a long time, right? I feel like you've been waiting to push the thankless role of the leader onto me for a while now. No, we're not pushing it onto you. We're asking you to take over as a leader of Squad 404. Leva was the original leader. The future of Squad 404 needs you, 416. And I mean that sincerely. 416 does not answer directly. Rather looks at Leva standing on the side, faced with her interrogative gaze. Leva simply nods. As Lena said, Squad 404 is counting on you from now on, 416. Of course, we'll also do what's in our power to support the work here. We're not completely leaving you to your own devices. And another thing, Leva deliberately pauses for a second. But Kluka used to want to take over leadership from her. Wow, it's a good party then. Like, welcome new member Andoris, and congratulations on your promotion, Klukai. Go on. I hope you can turn your ambitious words into reality, 416. Keep 404 moving forward and become a force no one dares to challenge. We can safeguard 404 together, right? Leva sets aside her usual slyness, letting her sincerity reach 416 clearly and unmistakably. As a result, all anxiety and unease regarding 404's future is buried in 416's mind suddenly vanish. Humph. Unlike a certain irresponsible former leader, I never make empty promises. Even with you sitting around doing nothing, 404 would not collapse. What are you guys babbling about? Woken up by the commotion, GRG-11 walks over while yawning. Leva and Lena's here. What's with all the balloons tied to your hair, GRG-11? It looks so weird. Huh? I want to see that. Oh, that would be fun art. Mix you with a bunch of balloons in her hair. After pulling on and failing to untie the balloons, GRG-11 gives up. All the while, Andoris patiently helps her untangle the mess. It's official now. 416 is the leader of Squad 404. And more dolls will be joining us in the future. Does it mean Leva and Lena will be leaving? No way! We won't leave even if you want to kick us out. 404 will always be our home. Phew. But wait, with 416 as the leader now, wouldn't my life be even more difficult than before? You should be glad you finally have the opportunity to crawl toward the goal of becoming an elite doll now. GRG11 grimaces with an expression of unbearable anguish. Oh no, she's messing with GRG11 again. Speaking of, with our new beginning, perhaps you two should take this opportunity to consider new codenames. Look, both Lev and I have got new ones. Even Andoris kept her old name as her codename. So complicated, having to think of a name and all that. Can't I just use whatever that comes up? I'll give you a new codename later. As for me, I've already got one. What is it? Hurry up and tell us. Klukai. Klukai. Does it mean anything in particular? Having been watching from the sidelines the whole time, Leva narrows her eyes and ponders for a moment before breaking into a smile. A cognate of crocodile, huh? Quite the ambitious and provocative name. Humph. It's just a name I used in the past. Nevertheless... Oh, crocodile. Nevertheless, the crocodile's sharp teeth will tear into the lion's throat wide open one day. Wow, so scary. While crocodiles rule the water, don't tell me you don't know their ability to fight is handicapped on land, Klukai. Not when I drag your pretentious ass into the water with me. Oh, you can certainly give that a try. A war without gunfire breaks out as Klukai and Leva engage in a heated exchange. I love that. Oh, Klukai-driven spelling is what she uses her codename in Project NeuroCloud, the spin-off game. Kluki, or not Clucky. Cluck cluck. Here we go again. My, everyone seems to get along. He really quick to adapt, Andoris. Well, this is 404 after all, our eternal home and family. In the march of time, Squad 404 takes another step forward, one that uniquely belongs to them. The non-existent Forsaken Squad stranded in limbo will continue to justify their existence, together with the most unconventional attitude. Oh, Kluke. No, Kluki. Or Clucky. But if Jiangyu's stuff is short, let's go to her next, then. Good thing I didn't make a schedule yet. Because I was thinking, ooh, I can do this on Thursday then. But not if it's short. Ta-da! First end of a storm. Through the storm to find a new home. Home, please. Eliminate all enemies. I got it. Let's do this. Violence. Okay, 5 out of 7. Done. Later on tonight when I switch to my phone, I gotta get the new outfit. I doubt you were led astray, right? Well, first, thingy for story, I guess. Performance commission. Step onto the stage for those bright and sparkling eyes gazing at your glamour. The incoming signal stammers in the wake of the collapse storm. Upon the screen is a lone line of text. Audio channel. Settlement chief. Thank you, really. Get a head count and see if anyone needs emergency care. My Elmo has medics. Take stock of supplies as well, though I'm afraid I can't help with that. It's good that you responded to a distress signal at all. If it weren't for you, never mind whether or not this new settlement of ours would still be standing, Elid would have gotten everyone here. It's just the matter of pay. No need. A few Elids are no big deal for us. No, in reality, I have another request for you. Huh? Settlement may seem a rather informal name, but in the Yellow Zones, they are small human communities formed for the purpose of sharing wealth, land, buildings, equipment, as well as the migration of risks. Also that these conglomerations are few and far between in the broken world, or in this broken world. Within Yellow Zones ravaged by collapse storms, Elids, and Variagers, however, exceptions can be found. No matter the circumstances, humanity, as always, stubbornly seeks survival. In any case, I'll be leaving the stage play to you this time, Miss Jiangyu. Even if you say that, I'm still just a spectator here. Humph. Where is Zhao Hui and Faye? Lying about on the Elmo all day, slacking off. The Elmo in the collapse storm. Yeah, that should do for the title. Title? Right. I haven't even gotten started on the script. In truth, I just want you to ask the Elmo's Monsoon Squad to put on something for the kids here and talk about some contamination zone common knowledge and maybe a little about what we should do to adjust to the environment here. So we have to put together the script anyway. It doesn't have to be that serious. Improvisation's fine too. Just say what needs to be said. It's not like anyone here's a professional anyway. It's just a shame that the Elmo's really too big to park around here. I would get in the way, otherwise, we'd be able to put together a set. Once this place is a bit more built up, maybe we should build a big stage. If the time comes, we'll invite you lot over again. Again? Seeing Jiangyu still disinterest mine. The chief smiles and points in a direction behind her. Jiangyu's eyes follow, and she finds a few tiny heads poking out from behind a mass of run-down wooden boards. We are all new to the contamination zones. The adults are getting by for the most part. As foreign as the circumstances are, we at least have some life experience. The countless kids with us, though. Their parents, well, now these kids are in our hands. We all do what we can to raise them. Problem is the kids know next to nothing about how to acclimate and survive here. Well, good luck to these random kids. You just saved us after all. You know how kids are. They're fascinated with their heroes. If you were to tell them a thing or two, I've no doubt it would make an impression on them. Look over there. The kids are looking at you. Won't you let them see your valorous figure in battle against the Elids again? The children look on with wide eyes, focused yet curious. Right. But whether or not there'll be next time is another matter. Sure. Thank you. The chief sighs, leaving the scene. Jiangyu stands still in contemplation, a frown upon her face. And here I was, thinking that I just step out and have a nice little show with this assignment. Now there's a script to write and a performance to put on. Man, what a bother! Something on this scale shouldn't be too difficult for you, right? I'll help you with the script. Heh. I was hoping you'd say that. Jiangyu turns around, sticking out her tongue at me. The twin-tailed girl is the same as she was before, full of spirit. Diane walks towards us from a small distance away. Jiangyu, the chief's come to see you, yes? Big sis, seriously. When we get back, you better give Zhao Hui a good talking to. How could you just say yes so easily to Monsoon Squad leader? And she hauled the two of us over here, instead of going herself. I thought this would just be a walk in the... Would just be a walk-on type of gig, maybe with a bit of choreography or drumming. But as a lead, my entire day is gonna be spent here. The commander signed off on this request, you know. The twin-tailed girl listens in another world, but we don't talk about that. What? The commander? Yes, that's why I came here with you. The Elmo's never gotten a request like this before. How to put it? I don't think it's a waste of time at all, and it plays to your strengths, so I told Zhao Hui to accept it. I think I've got a good idea of the play's content. What have you got? As the chief says, despite it being a stage play, all we need to do is enact a few scenarios and tell the children how such situations should be approached. We'll just string together a few common dangers in the contamination zones based on our experiences. One problem is that these kids are very young, and their own experiences are probably localized around the settlement. You mean to say that some things are just... that are mundane to us might not have occur around here at all, right? I thought of that as well. We need to survey the surroundings before we pick the scenarios we enact. Yeah, on top of that, we also need to... Hold on, you mean that we can go have a bit of wander around here? Hooray! I'm off then! Jiangyu flashes us a super wide smile, picking a direction and running off. Well, I suppose we'll have to follow her. Alright. Speaking of, how long are we staying here? Is everything on Mailing's side okay? They should be. Fine. Everyone else is still there. We'll return when we're done with the play here. Let's leave the Elmo with Mailing for now. Come, let's have a look around here. Mailing will be fine. Mailing does all the work around here anyways. She got this. Inspiration Gathering 1. Awaiting inspiration in the barren wastes. Inspiration, please. Like, okay, kids, when you see Ellids, don't forget to throw a grenade. And use your drones to do things. You got that, kid? No? Not good? We shouldn't tell him to do that? Okay, fine. Next place to wander around. And heck, maybe Mailing's relaxing while we're gone. Because we can't be there to take away her rice wine. Poor Mailing. Ta-da! Evacuate at least 3 allies or eliminate all enemy units. I choose violence. Or not. Or no, choose violence. It's like kids. Kids, let me teach you how to evacuate. Just kidding. You don't have to evacuate if you destroy the enemy. You travel around with a doll dressed like a succubus and a doll dressed like a student. And also a doll in a swimsuit. Oh man, the village chief is never gonna invite us again. But maybe that's the point. So wearing these outfits is fine. Wow, so much inspiration. Surprise attack. In the contamination zone, crisis always strike without warning. Yes, it improves their combat capabilities. It's for tactical reasons, I swear. Level 99 armor. True, they'll love the swimsuit, definitely. Environmental intel recording complete. Cross-checked by mailing. I think that's all we need. Let's get back to the settlement. Already? Commander, we could stay just a little longer. Just a bit longer. Before Jiangyu's done, my terminal rings. Everyone, something's happened. Oh no, what happened? That's the long and short of it. It's my fault. There's just too many things to do, and we don't have enough people to watch over. What do we do? What happened? Let me get things straight. While we were away surveying the surroundings, the settlement was raided by Variagers, who took some of your supplies. You managed to evacuate to previously erected shelters with some of the wounded. After the Variagers left, you found that the 3 children were missing. Yeah, they can't have been taken away by the Variagers, right? How are the wounded? Minor injuries, mostly. What can you tell me about the enemy? We all hid in different places, and we couldn't get a good look at their exact number. Maybe 10 of them? 2 cars. Beyond just teaching the kids how to adjust to life here, you might have to get hands-on with improving the defenses at your settlement, then purchase some weapons. I know a few brokers in the area. I probably can't get you a discount, but I can assure you the quality. Would you like some recommendations? Thank you. We purchased some supplies for the local brokers as well, but the collapsed storms nearby have been far too frequent and the delivery has been delayed. At this very moment, I'll send Polonitsa's contact details to you. She has more methods available. Anything you need in an emergency, you can get it fast from her. I saw as the chief struggles to get a hold of herself. Dayan, contact Mailing and ask her to send a reinforcement squad. Make sure Clove remembers her medkit. Remain here and help them with whatever they need. Jiangyu, go with me. Are you going to rescue those children, Commander? Yes, 10 hostiles isn't too many for me and Jiangyu to handle. I checked with the environmental forecast a moment ago. A collapse storm is incoming, and the chances are that the Elids will follow. With Dayan here, I can rest assured. One of those Variagers didn't move out in their entirety, and there are more of 10 of them. Would it not be dangerous? Don't worry, Big Sis. I'll be there. Leave it to me to keep this commander safe and sound. Jiangyu. If the numbers are against us, we'll scout out the children's circumstances and prioritize their safety. Judging by what the chief told us, and the tire marks on the ground, these Variagers retreated in the southeast direction after the raid. We can track them down via those tracks and send positional updates to the Elmo periodically. By my projections, they have an outpost in the direction. It won't be hard to find them. Okay, kids. What you're gonna learn now is how to get out of a kidnapping. The others can track our positional signal and prepare to reinforce us if we give the signal. So long as we can find them, I can take 10 of those Variager pushovers with an arm tied behind my back. Saving those kids will be no problem. Jiangyu, do not be so impulsive. Yeah, I'll listen to the commander. So don't you worry, okay, Big Sis? Jiangyu blinks a few times in Dayan's direction. I understand. A prudent arrangement, Commander. Before reinforcements from the Elmo arrive, I shall handle things here. Jiangyu, the commander's in your hands. Leave it to me. I'll show him what I can do. Alright, let's go. Since this is a rewritten event, I wonder how the original one played out. And oh, time to track their footprints. Or track marks in general. Hey children, where are you? Have you seen 3 kids around here? No, you haven't? Okay. How about you? Have you seen 3 kids around here? Nope. Dang. Well. How about you? Nope. Fine. Time to head to the next batch of peoples. Oh, original event was a continuation of the main story that was changed. Ah. Main story? Dang. And now to continue forward. Hey children. Okay, it seems like we made it to the base in this case. This gives me base vibes. Okay, so far so good. What is this? Oh, we need them to spawn in. Okay, that makes sense now. And then there was one. Bonk. Ta-da! Boss fight? Kind of? Or if we're not to the boss fight yet. We're at least close through sentries. Okay, not boss fight yet. Almost. Reliable assistance. Lead the covert infiltration mission to this reliable elite doll. I follow the Variager's tracks with Jiangyu, infiltrating the interior of an abandoned dock. Despite our efforts, we couldn't help but alarm some enemies. Thankfully, Jiangyu moved swiftly, and we managed to get past the undisciplined and poorly armed Variagers. Here, we're approaching the center of this outpost. Won't be so easy to hide our tracks moving forward. We hide behind a few stacked shipping containers as we scope out a sealed building not far away. This building, formerly a warehouse of this now deserted dock, now has its doors patrolled by gun-toting Variagers. Jiangyu lets out a long sigh with a grimace on her face. Commander, are those children really here? We didn't hear the Variagers talk about children or anything like that on the way here. Could we have made a mistake? 3 children do not disappear into thin air. If they went missing after the Variager attack, their whereabouts are without a doubt related to the incident. Thankfully, we saw the swimsuit girl, so we weren't as alarmed, but something much more dangerous. Oh no! That makes sense, but where exactly are they? Allow me to speculate, Jiangyu. If, for example, some Variagers stole away some of the Elmo supplies, what would you do? Huh? Beat us not out of them and get what's ours back, of course. What if the numbers heavily favor the enemy, and you can't beat all of them yourself? Eh? Then follow them first? Then look for a chance to take all of them out. We can't just let them have our supplies no matter what. I thought as much. I would say the chances that those children are hidden somewhere inside, where the supplies are stored. Huh? Like you said, would anyone just stand by and watch the supplies vital? The supplies vital to their own survival being taken away? Being stolen away? Could it be possible that the kids follow the very Jaegers after their raid, looking to get their settlement supplies back? But they're just little kids. Could they really be that gutsy? Do not underestimate humanity, even its youngest members. Just the thought of like 3 children chasing after a jeep. 2 jeeps, in fact. And then breaking into a base. Like, dang, kids. One does not survive for long without guts in the contamination zones. If I am right, we must face the very Jaegers head-on if we want to mount a rescue operation. In the interest of safety, we should contact Mei Ling and wait for another squad to arrive. It will take time for reinforcements to arrive, though. And it will be disastrous if the children expose themselves. Let me see again. I'll go sniff out where they're hiding while you support me from outside. When the reinforcements get here, I should have already found them. Then we'll act together and get the kids out. True, they could have hid themselves inside the cargo, but nah, it's funnier thinking of 3 random children chasing after 2 jeeps, sneaking into a base. Will you manage alone? Don't underestimate me. I'm an ex-Griffin elite. Do you really not know what I'm capable of, Commander? Given the current circumstances, she's indeed a good solution. Let's leave it to her. Alright, be careful. Don't worry. She gives me an okay hand sign, leaving with her weapon in hand. A few seconds later, she successfully approaches one of the building's corners. While no one is around, she smashes a glass pane, deftly vaulting the window. I wanted to put on a show for the commander, but this place is so big. Where do I even start looking? Someone's here? Not bad at all. This place didn't look big at all. But those are some impressive spoils. It seems they just got here, and maybe they came from the other side of that, you know. Of what? Oh, you mean the Great Wall Railway? Yeah, that's what it's called. Phew, close call. These people just walk about with no pattern, nowhere safe. To speak of it, where would I be if I had to hide here? To avoid the patrols, as well as retrieve the supplies, just 3 kids can hardly carry any supplies, right? And getting from here back to the settlement would require some method of transportation. Jannie pokes her head out, cautiously observing the situation inside the warehouse. Suddenly, she catches sight of a few parked small trucks on the other side of the building. Yes, yeah, that looks good. After calculating the shortest route, she finds the timing and quickly slinks over. She adjusts her auditory modules, turning them up to the max. Do the kids steal the trucks too? Dang kids. Maybe they don't need help after all. These guys are another level stupid, leaving the keys on the vehicle in open view. In another 2 hours, it'll be dark outside. After these bandits fall asleep, we'll leave in the self-driving car. The self-driving car anyway. Yeah, these kids are fine. 1. Can we really get out? If they catch up to us, it'll go really bad, right? 2. That's why we're waiting until they're asleep. We'll barge out the doors, and there's no way they'll react in time. Shh, quiet down. Someone's going to hear us. 3. 3 different voices. All 3 missing children are here. Jiangi breathes a sigh of relief, immediately sending a message via her communications terminal. Jeez, another 2 hours. I'm feeling hungry. Are you an idiot? Deal with that. Jiangyu circles around behind a truck and silently enters its cargo hold filled with supplies. Don't be like that. Just having a little something when you're hungry is fine, right? Everything here was originally ours anyway, right? Ah, mumbles. Shh, it's me. Jiangyu covers the mouth of the child who came close to yelling and motions at the other two to be quiet. Her terminal rings with a return message. The Elmo will arrive in 25 minutes. Prepare to evac. She gives the shocked children a reassuring smile, then extends her hand, flicking the children's foreheads one by one. Did that hurt? Owie! Bullets hurt much more. Don't go off on your own and make the adults worry, you little sillies. Imagine if I was a very Jäger who just found you three. What would you do? We could run. Run where? There are people all over the place. We all know how to drive, and this car can even drive itself. Dang, kids, good for you knowing how to drive. I could shoot out your tires or throw a grenade in your way. Your aim isn't always that good, and we have a backup plan. Do tell me this backup plan. The children lower their heads, finding no word to say. Jiangyu releases a lengthy sigh. When your plans are inflexible and you misevaluate your own abilities, you create problems for others. When the chief realized what you were missing, she almost cried, you know. When you get back, you better apologize to your proper, got it? The children give each other looks, then nod at Jiangyu. So long as you understand. Now all of you, listen to me. No time for a full play, so I'll just give all of you a practical lesson today about how to retreat safely when surrounded by enemies. Watch closely. Ah, yeah, retreat, huh? AKA destroy all the enemies before they can get to you. Echoes in the future. The promise is to work hard and improve before you take on the task of protecting an important friend. Yeah, kids, this is how you escape. Make sure to hit the enemies before they can hit you, okay, kids? You got it? Watch closely, children. Ta-da! This is what you call an AoE attack. And here's a shield. And now to get zappy. And if that doesn't work, hit him again. Ta-da! Truly the best defense is an unrelenting offense for reals. I guess no boss fight. Then again, we are the boss fight. With the Elmo's fire support and assistance from Jiangyu, we managed to rescue the children. Upon our return to the settlement with the children, the chief thanks us profusely, adding a considerable sum to the request payment. Thank you, truly. If it weren't for you, chances are that these kids wouldn't have made their way back. I'm just glad I could help. However, if you want the children to adjust to life in the contamination zones, I'm afraid a stage play won't do much good. To develop their sense of danger, you still need to. Come on, just a bit more. I walk outside with the chief, finding Jiangyu in an open field out front. More than a dozen children of varied height stand before her, practicing the horse dance. What are you doing? I'm teaching them martial arts. Martial arts? Of course, a firm stance is the foundation of martial arts. As she speaks, Jiangyu pulls off a magnificent flying kick. Ah yes, we gotta teach them how to do a rider kick. We'll teach them rider kick and rider punch. To deliver a good kick, one must have strong legs. See? If you keep practicing, you'll eventually be able to do this too. And then we'll teach the kids how to henshin. I put a hand to my forehead as I watch the children gaze in awe at Jiangyu's display of prowess. If you teach them this stuff, they... That's not everything I've taught them, Commander. I made them promise that they wouldn't go off on their own and make everyone worry before they had mastered a kick like that. If you can't protect yourself and your endeavors, you're only making more trouble for others. After all, I of all people would know. She flashes me a shrewd smile. I knew you wanted to say, Commander, so I went ahead and did it for you. Big Sis, Groza, and the others should be ready. We should get ready to leave, Commander. Alright. I walked to Jiangyu's side, beholding her countenance. She looks barely changed compared to back then. All things considered, though, through all these years trials, she's already grown up. With her and the Elmo, I can take it a bit easy, right? Right? Maybe? Yes? No? Nah, she'll be fine. But yes, children, you cannot go out on your own unless you learn how to master the Rider Kick. Rider Kick and Rider Punch. If you train enough, you'll be able to beat up a bear. The Tojima workout. Tojima wants to be a common rider. Come on, kids, you gotta be able to back up your claims. Ta-da! Finished the event's main story, so woohoo! I feel satisfied. I'll do the side stuff on my own time. That's for future me to worry about. But yay, that was cute! Out of these 3 stories, I'm thinking which one I like the most. I think Andoris is one, actually. Like, I'm happy for Andoris being able to find a place to call home. Like, that was sweet. Bielka just wanted to throw a party, which he did in the end. And then there's Jiangyu, who taught the kids some martial arts. And look at me doing it with, like, not super last minute. See, look, there's 14 days left, technically. Kind of, sort of, not really, considering these say, like, 9/11 to 10/15. So I have, like, a week. But woohoo! I feel good. Finish the event main story. And this leaves me enough time to eat some food. I know Mom was making salmon earlier. I'm not sure if everyone ate it already. Worst case, I can always make some toast. Like, that sounds good. And yeah, hers was really short after all, which is good. Good for me and my tummy. Because that means I get food. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of the epic gacha luck. I'm gonna go eat some dinner before Exilium time. So I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. I need food. I need sustenance. Surprisingly, work wasn't like super duper rough today, but still. Food. Food, please.